What's going on, my loves? Knowledge Butterfly. Sending you peace, blessings, love, and abundance. So, just real quick, I was watching Princess and the Frog, and my higher self revealed to me some information that I want to share with you guys. And also, a lot of times when I record videos on the fly like this, is because I also want to like just capture that information for myself as well. So um, I was watching or observing the fact that, first off, the Princess and the Frog is ridiculous in the fact that the first time that Disney showcases a melanated female, they make her a princess in the movie, yes. However, she is only in the human form for a very small amount of the movie. The majority of the movie, she's a frog, and that just goes to show like they uh how they are so racist in the way that they portray melanated females and males, in anything. It's just truly ridiculous. But anywho's, to get off that part, because that's more of a surface up observation, I want to get into the perspective of the spiritual side. So Tiana went from the form of human to the form of a frog, and spirit revealed to me Kek and Kaket, which are an Egyptian god and a goddess. Kek is the Egyptian male or masculine energy, and Kaket is the Egyptian feminine energy. And Kek is being used in this day and time for Donald Trump and his administration and Pepe. Basically, they stole the Egyptian god Kek, and they turned him into Pepe, and they used that energy. And Kek and Kaket are deities that take on the characteristics of the darkness and the chaos. And out of chaos, if you know what chaos represents the darkness. It represents all potential, which means that all light, because all light comes from the darkness. So it is the true magic. It represents dark magic at its finest. So it was very, very, very smart for Donald Trump to actually utilize that symbol as in his particular campaign to become the president and everything, because he utilized the dark magic to make his dreams a reality. However, getting off of him, the prince was the frog and she was the princess. So to me, the ancestors or spirits revealed to me that was Kek and Kaket, not in the sense of any type of meaning evil, because people like to portray good and evil, which there's technically no such thing. That's just them portraying the light and the darkness into a particular type of characteristic, because we're living on an earthly plane, which is based upon the law of polarity. But it was revealing to me the masculine and the feminine of the ancient Egyptians, Kek and Kaket. And anywho's, because Tiana and Prince Naveen were living in a total human existence, meaning a physical existence. They only saw a physical reality. So Tiana only thought about the restaurant that she wanted to have based upon her father, his dreams, and then Naveen only thought about the money. You know what I'm saying? He was all about the Benjamins. And all about the Benjamins. What? He was all about the Benjamins. So he and Tiana were transformed into another physical vehicle, which was the frog. They went from a human vehicle to a frog vehicle, which was to teach them a lesson about it doesn't matter what vehicle you in. It just matters you being your true self, which is your soul, which is being your true essence and being who you truly are, which is knowing that you're not any of those things. You're not a human, you're not a frog, you're actually a soul. But that's the, to me, the deeper message of it and everything like that. So they went through this journey of discovering their soul, remembering who you truly are, and that went back to love. So the reason why Disney does, a lot of times they do the love story, is not necessarily about the love between the man and the woman as much as it's about love of self, knowing that that's who you truly are. You are loved, and love means that you're able to look at the perspective or play devil's advocate, no matter what the scenario is. So if a hurricane or a tornado hits a particular land, even though your humanity sees the side that people were killed, and you're like, oh my goodness, you feel for the people that died, your God side sees the fact that those were spirits that were set free from the prison, because the human body or any physical body is actually a prison that someone's in, is not necessarily quote unquote living, because most people are being imprisoned because they're not living life, meaning that they're not being their true selves, their true essence. They are living a negative existence, or basically living an existence of physical reality only. And really, to me, that's living a positive existence. Because when you're living in a positive existence, positivity, or the positive side, is the masculine side, and that's the physical existence. That's the sun that actually is the creator of all existence, of all physical existence. However, the feminine existence, or the chaos, the darkness, is where all of the light comes from, and that's where the imagination comes from. That's where creativity comes from. That's where the beginning comes from, where everything, the being comes from, where everything is able to actually be in a physical existence. So the negative side, to me, is the side there a lot of us have been lacking, and that is really what we're all working to obtain. We're working to obtain the knowledge and the over and inner and understanding of the darkness, the chaos that is truly the God in us. There's the spiritual side in us, and not the actual logical side, the rational side, the let me calculate and analyze things side of existence. So watching The Princess and the Frog just really brought me to the point of realizing that no matter what form that you're in, whether you're in a human form, whether you're in a melanated, I should say a dark skin human form, or a brown or beige human form, or whatever, as long as you are realizing or at this path and realizing that you're more than this physical form, you're actually on the right path, is what I'm saying. You're discovering who you truly are, and realizing that everything else is just the aftermath. It's the effect of what the actual cause is. What's causing for you to awaken to something bigger than what you see with these two eyes is what is the truth. It's what is the foundation. Is what is it's what the Caliph or the Khalifa is of the emanation of the Sephira of the Kabbalah, or the Tree of Life. Is you digging into knowledge, into wisdom, and tapping into your true essence and being. And I may be rambling to some, but it makes sense to me, But I just really wanted to share that with you guys, because I was watching The Princess and the Frog. I really share that with myself, because we'll see if I upload it. Because sometimes I just record things so I can kind of, put it out there to myself into the ether, because words are vibrations. It is vibranium. It's something that is hitting the ether. And as well as thoughts do hit it as well. However, your words, just like someone singing, someone doing poetry, this is an instrument for you to create whatever you want to create. If we start looking at the human body as a vehicle or an instrument to create certain things, just like we look at a piano or a guitar or any type of musical instrument, or a canvas when you're painting, and, you know, making your art, or whatever you may be doing, even a computer, and you're creating something, like you're a graphic designer, that is, your computer is an instrument that you're using to create a masterpiece. Ma is the MA, to me, is like the root of that word, and Ma goes back to the chaos and the darkness. So literally, when I think about those things, it honestly makes everything make sense to me. So hopefully, you know, you guys, it's, you know, this video sparks something in you to look at this physical reality for what it truly is. This is not really what the reality is. This is literally an emanation of what's coming from the true realm of the spirit, and or the soul, I should say. And we are just living out this play or movies or whatever you want to call it. We're living this out in a physical vehicle, but this physical vehicle is not really who we truly are. And that's really the basis of this video. Watching the princess and the frog, watching their consciousness go from a human to a frog, is basically what they call fantasy. It's the reality of really how it works. Your consciousness is just going from, you know, being in a formless aspect or realm to being in a form, being organized. That's why this is the masculine realm, because it's organized in a physical vehicle with two eyes, a nose, with the two nostrils, with the lips, which are top and a bottom lip, so that's equivalent to two. So two eyes, your nostrils is two, and then your lips make two, your two ears, your two hands, your 2 feet, you know what I'm saying, your 2 breasts, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pairs, which represents the duality. And to me, like, the eyes and the nostrils and the lips and the hands and the feet represents duality. That's why your body is separated in half, to the right half being your masculine, the left hand representing your feminine, but your right brain representing your feminine, and your left brain representing your masculine. That says it all. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video on that note. This is really just things to truly make you, like, take a deep dive. It's not about just making you think, because thinking is very relative, and we've been thinking a lot. We've been overthinking. This is actually to make you do a deep dive into who you truly are, and tap into your true essence and your true being, and stop operating only on the level of physical reality, because you're missing out on your true self. That's only the surface. That's literally like you being on top in the sea, but you're only on the top of the sea. So the only thing that you can observe is everything that's on that surface level, from the beach, which is the sand on the top, to any of the trees, to the people that are walking around, and so on and so forth. But when you do a deep dive, you start to see there are other creatures that are in existence. There are other levels. There are trees underneath the sea. There are rocks underneath the sea. Like, there's still another environment underneath the sea, and that's actually the truth. And everything else is just emanating, you know, because it's in the light. That's what you can see at that time, but it's deeper. Go into the darkness. Go into the deep blue sea. You know, you feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video on that note. Like I said, I just really wanted to provide that information. I paused the movie just so I can share that with you guys. I love you as always, and sending you love out into the ether. And peace, my loves.